And so we didn't know what was going to happen. And so you know how you send stuff in, just like with Juilliard, you audition in February, you don't find out, for a few months. So then we got a phone call, well actually an email. And Amber said, Mom, I got an email. I said, well, forward it to me so I can see. Well, it was from Glamour magazine. One of Amber's counselors put her up this year for one of the 2014 Glamour magazine top 10 college women in America.
All right, man.
And so the email was from the editor, and she said, we are simply amazed at you and what you have accomplished. And so then Amber did they wanted to do the interview within 5 days, and she went ahead and got it done that next day on my birthday, actually. And I told her she didn't do anything else for my birthday. That was just so exciting. As she talked to the editor, and as mothers, every now and then we get a chance to eavesdrop, kind of hear what's going on. And so I was eavesdropping on an interview. And so, every now and then Amber would kind of be like, Mom, But I'm kind of like trying to see what she's saying. Because I'm like, this is a big deal, and I want to be sure, is she saying all the right answers? And so the thing that I thought that made her stand out, and I think it caught the editors by surprise in the interview. They said, well, when you do community service work, and you're volunteering, and you're doing all these things, how do you do it so that it can help your life? How do you think all that community service is going to help you? And I guess that's kind of the vein. A lot of kids do the volunteering and stuff so they can help them soar. And Amber said, oh, it's the reverse. She said, I don't do volunteer and community service work for what it can do for me in my life and career. I do it for the ones my career is going to help my community service thrive. She said, Oprah Winfrey is my role model. She said because Oprah Winfrey, when she gave away those cars, she opened up that school in South Africa. When she's done all those things, she said that is helping others. She said, I can just see Oprah. It makes you so happy to help other people and to spread the joy. So she said, I'm working hard in Juilliard. I'm doing everything I can do in New York so that one day I will have the bank account to be able to help others and to serve others. So it's not what my community service and my volunteer work does for me. It's what I will be able to do for those that I touch. That's the kind of daughter that Amber Pickens is. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce my favorite company. Oh, before I go, on your table there are these cards. Just so you can write a few words of encouragement. Amber loves to get little writing things. It could be a little saying, it could be a word, it could be anything. And then we'll take them up before you leave. So Amber can have them for her book. All right, come on, Papa.
Wow, how can I follow that? Okay, so I typed up some things because I always go on tangents pretty much like she does. I had to write it down. As you can see, we get emotional pretty easily, so I'm just gonna stick to the paper so I won't start breaking it down. But before I start saying my thank yous, I want to say a thank you off the paper just to all of you. I just love you all, and just thank you so much. Everybody that knows me knows it's been a tough journey. My mom, she's had to raise me by herself, and so she's just so grateful for having a village to help her raise me, and just having all these positive people around. Y'all really touch my heart, so thank you. Okay. So, in the beginning, let me start off with I would like to introduce the other young ladies who are the 2013 Cotillion Idlewild Club debutantes, Miss Adrian Denise Anita Hill and Miss Brittany Michelle Mooney. And if y'all would like to stand and just wave so everybody can see. I would like to acknowledge the members of the Cotillion Idlewild Club President Herman Edwards, and in the room, Vice President Dwayne Caraway, my Uncle Dwayne. I just wanted to take this time to thank you for extending this invitation for me to be in the debutante, and just thank you for everything. This has been an amazing experience. I love you. Thank you. I'd like to recognize a special group of phenomenal women. The Cotillion Ottawa Club Hostess Committee. These ladies work tirelessly have been working tirelessly for the past few months in getting the Debs ready for the ball. They help in rehearsals with our pictures, ads, and are supporting us in all of our social season events. And if you ladies can, I know y'all are in the booth, but if you would like to stand while I call your name, that would be fine. If you want to just give a wave, if it's easier. The Hostess Committee is led by Chairperson Mrs. Linda Edwards. Committee members present today are co-chair Mrs. Barbara Washington, co-chair Mrs. Barbara Mallory Caraway, Mrs. Bonnie Barrett, Mrs. Edna Booker, Dr. Laverne Hollifield, Mrs. Jessie Jordan, Mrs. Michelle Proctor, and Mrs. Steele was supposed to be here, but she had an emergency with Mrs. Barbara Steele. Being a debutante is just like being Cinderella. And just like in the story of Cinderella, there are some special fairy godmothers working behind the scenes to prepare me to be Cinderella for the ball. These ladies have done everything from picking me up at the airport during rush hour traffic to get me to rehearsal, making sure my ball gown was altered and ready for me upon my arrival for the ball. I still had to pick up my dress hours before the ball, helping me with my etiquette, hair, makeup, and even my remarks for this afternoon. Mrs. Barbara Mallory Caraway, Dr. Laverne Holyfield, sorry y'all, I'm butchering these names, it's a lot going on, and Mrs. Barbara Steele. Aunties, you are the best, and thank you so very much for everything and serving as my personal advisors. And finally, I'd like to acknowledge my mom. Okay, I wrote stuff, but it's kind of silly, so just come up here.
Kind of silly.
Okay, Mom, I'm going to try to just say this without crying. Thank you just so much for being my rock. Like, you made so many sacrifices. Thank you so much for just putting all this together. I know it's hard, and I know sometimes you want to maybe just sit down and give up. I know you get tired, but I just want to say thank you. I know it's been a lot, but you are such an amazing woman, and everybody knows that. And you always not only have my back, but you always have everybody's back. And I don't know how you make it happen, but you do, and we all love you for that. And I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you. And once again, thank you everybody for being here. Enjoy.